Welcome to another explosive edition of P&B Sports Show. I'm your host about Sunday. The first phase of the 2026 Nigerian Basketball Premier League season gets to its climax yesterday, and one of the biggest stories was Boko City Chiefs completing the double over 9 University with another impressive performance. Today, we will break down the highlights of the opening phase, the standard teams, and what makes Boko City Chiefs a strong force this season. Joining me in the studio is the sport analyst Christian Osaigede, while Boko City Chiefs head coach Habib will also be speaking to us virtually about this team's journey, tactics, and expectation going forward. Stay with us. It's going to be an exciting basketball conversation. Grab your teacup because P&B Sport start now. Come back to see P&B Sport Show reaching live from the nation's capital, and I've been joined by the head coach of Boko City Chiefs, Coach Habib. Coach Habib, good morning and congratulations to you on your win yesterday. For the first time, you've done it against 9 University, double the first phase of this season. But how does that win yesterday? How do you feel yesterday?
Yeah, it was. I mean, we felt very good about it. It was an exciting one. After the first game, we knew the second was not going to come easy. Like we have to do. We knew we had to do more than enough to win the second game. But at the end of it all, it was a very exciting one. It was a much needed game for us. Exciting
one indeed, Coach Habib. The first game, you guys narrowly escaped, because I know they threw away up to 13-point lead at the last quarter, and narrowly you escaped defeat from the 9 University. And this is not the first time 9 have been causing an upset to Boko City Chiefs. We have the likes of Coach what's his name? Coach Alex. We had the likes of Coach Alex last season. We had the likes of Coach Latif also last season that came all through to see how they will push Boko City Chiefs forward. But you coming to that show, I asked you on our first interview, that first game, the opener, and you said yes, you know what you are up to, and of course, I think you are living up to expectation. But do you think the kitchen will be too hot when we go for the second phase?
No, we don't really think so, because what we've tried to do is to make sure that we get the foundation very strong. That is, we have a template where almost every player can fit into automatically, so we don't have to struggle down the line. I mean, coming second phase, we know we also have to go there with our game plan, and that has already been sorted, because we're also keeping track of the other conference, the other guys in this conference, so we know what we are up against and we're working towards it. So we're not going to be reactive, we're just going to be proactive, and that way we hope to record more successes.
Well said. As we are just talking, and we have the almighty, the head coach of High Flyers of Benin is right here in the building. Coach CJ, consider a friend of this station. Yes. Coach CJ, good morning and welcome to P&B Sports Show this morning.
Good morning, and I'm glad that
it's a pleasure. I'm sorry I did not make my tea for you because you came late. I knew yesterday we were speaking, and you said you will bring the CJ today, and we'll talk basketball. But CJ, you saw what happened yesterday, yes. And of course, Boko City, I think you can give them all the credit. They've done so well after the defeat against Sky Hawks. That Sky Hawks defeat, do you see them? Like, do you see that team still? Probably they still have to pick some pieces together.
Well,
because when you look at that team, okay, Bright is doing so well down there. You could see Richard Augustine is doing well. Then a certain Tolani. I know coach will tell us about Tolani more. But let me come from you. What do you think about those certain players? What have they changed in that team?
Yes, if you look at that team very well again, that Aso Hawks, you can find out individuality, they are strong. You see, when you talk about that individuality play, these are people that have played basketball, that have played in different clubs before they even came. So don't just look at Aso Hawk as maybe they are just a debutant. Those players, they are experienced players. They know what it takes.
But the team is always a debutant.
It's a debutant as a team, right?
Yes.
But the players, these are experienced players. Some of them have even played in the highest basketball tournaments so far in Africa. Even here in Nigeria, they've played in so many of our top teams in the Nigerian Premier League. So it's a team packed with talent. And that's why you see that they're also doing well.
Well said. I'm going to come back to you. But when we talk about the Bibs, I'm going to come back because that's your region. But let me come back to you, Coach Habib. Losing Paul Deba, which is one of the most exceptional players in this phase. How do City Chiefs allow that to slip off their hand? It's just like you have Ronaldo in a team and you just allow him to go just like that.
Well, it's natural that you can't really keep a good guy for a very long time. I mean, except if the contract extends more than 1 year, and so we're expecting all of that, and it didn't take us much time to adjust.
But you could have adjusted his contract now. How much did he need? Because the teachers have the money. Come on.
No.
I think in Abuja, Abuja will be one of the richest teams. In fact, it's the richest team so far in Abuja. They've gone to the league. They won 2 seasons. They came second. Last season they came third. Last season they could afford 2 coaches. That's to tell you the kind of pedigree that team have.
I mean, with due respect to these players, I mean, it's not all about money for them. If you ask me, some of them have the principles that is guiding them in choosing what they need to, where they want to play at every point in time. And if it's about the funds, if about the welfare and all that, you can tell that Boko City Chiefs has been top notch in terms of taking care of players and having a good relationship with them, management and players' relationship. So they have their reasons, for doing what they want to do at every point in time. They are professionals. They know what they want, and of course, they'll go for it at every point in time.
Coach Abib, you are playing. Okay,
Let me just ask Coach Abib just one.
Go ahead, please.
Sorry that I'm.
No, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay.
I would say a very good. You've been so exceptional. I was privileged to be at Mo Arena to watch. I think first 2 games.
Yes, yeah. Sunday and Monday.
Yes, yeah. And your team I think it's good to go. But I just only have one question that I will ask you. Yeah. I saw that your team is full of guards. You see, you don't have a standard 5. So how are you able to navigate, and you are coming out with wins without a standard 5? And the likes of what's his name again? Is it
Akute Bright?
Yeah, Akute Bright. It's not even when I look at him, I'm like,
but is it the damage there?
Coach Abib, I want to ask you, what did you do specially? What have you done to see that you are grinding out games even without a standard 5? Okay, and even with the likes of the bar that you've lost.
Yes, the likes of the bar.
How come?
Okay, so basically it's the style of basketball we choose to play, and it's our strategy is is built around having some certain pieces and all that, not necessarily position wise, but in terms of what they can do for us on both ends of the court. And we are sticking to that principle. I'm not going to let out a lot here on TV, but it's deliberate. It's what we want, and it's the style of basketball we want to play. Like I said, we have a template that almost anybody can fit into. Once you come on board, it's like plug and play. You can play anytime. So not having a 5-year, but modern basketball, you hardly see a 5-year. There are teams that go small, when they play even in the NBA. So it's our style of play, and we intend to stick to that because it's working for us. Because over the years, if you notice, coming into Boko City Chiefs, this is a team that has gone to the finals. Since they've come into the league, so it's not wise for me to come in and say I want to change everything totally. So it's just a little tweak here and there and all that. Then we'll get the job done.
Sorry,
go ahead. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. Go ahead.
The way you pair the partnership between Augustine and Tolani. It's so I don't know. What can you tell me about that partnership?
Okay, so
because it has been fantastic all through.
Okay, so what we tend to do, what we do with that is, Tolani is, like people call him the floor general. He does a lot of coordination, and he can really get the team to settle into any kind of defense, and also can coordinate the offense very well. So, for Augustine, he has a bit of handles. He's very athletic. He can jump high up in the court. So, what we tend to do with that is to stretch the floor with both of them. Tolani bringing down the floor, Augustine is running ahead, and there are other times where Tolani can go off the ball, because sometimes he can play off the ball, then Augustine can be on the ball. So there's some kind of chemistry that they have, which we are trying to explore at every time we get to play, and it's been working so far. So that's it.
Good one. Over to you.
That's fine. Coach Abib, are you worried playing because you have Sky Hawks to play, and you've lost against Skyhawks? Are you worried about that team? And the second Paul Deba is there that knows everything about Boko City Chiefs.
Yeah, also Skyhawks is a very well coached team. I know the coach. We played together sometime when was that? 12, maybe the first ABL basketball championship. We played Lagos Islanders together, so I know him very well. He's a very smart guy. He's a very good guy, very skillful, and I mean, you could see that he has impacted a lot of players with much of the knowledge that he has. I mean, saying that we're very worried about playing them, it's not something I will admit. But we love the challenge. We want to take it up at every point in time. I mean, if you have we want to play them every other day. You know, we just want to do things the right way and see where that takes us. But being worried, no, not really. But we want to compete every time.
Okay, let me give you a brother. CJ, you see this year's league is kind of different. We have more expanded 20 teams in the no, it has never happened before. This is the first time we're having 20 teams, solid team in the league, and we have 4 different centers. Benin, we have in Ibadan, we have the Savana conference, we have Abuja, and also Jos. And all this we have in Jos, we have Plateau Peaks there. In certain places, we have the Gombe Bulls there, and we also have the Canopilas there in Jos. And there are doing so many exceptional things. But what I want to ask is, how do you see this year's league? Can we see something exciting? And it's kind of open. I spoke to Shay the other time. He was saying that he don't even know who is going to win this. I think Canopilas, a certain Rural Opers lost to Hoops and Reed. You can understand 65 Hoopers that have the whole industry machine. I would just want to put it that way. They have the structures there, but they were able a common, okay, I'm sorry to use that word because being in the league is not common. For you to get to the league is not common. But Hoops and Reed was able to have their own a